I want to tell you about a mirror that showed me something behind me. This is a true event that happened to me back in 1999. I was at my grandmother's house. She had recently passed away. I was clearing out some of her things in the house. My sister and I were there by ourselves. There was one room that we didn't go into. It was her bedroom. We didn't have the key to it, and my grandmother had passed away in that bedroom. So we just left that room alone. We weren't going to go in there. At some point, my sister wanted to go use the bathroom. And so we went into this room, turned on the light. And in this room, on the back of the door, there was a full-length mirror. And my sister looked in the mirror and she said, "Oh my God." And then she screamed. And I ran into the bathroom to see what was wrong. And she was pointing at the mirror and she said, "Oh my God, there's a girl standing behind me." She was pale as a sheet, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? There's no one behind you." And I looked in the mirror and I saw my sister's reflection. She was indeed in front of the mirror, but behind her in the mirror, there was the reflection of a girl in a Victorian nightgown. It was an old-fashioned nightgown. It looked like it was from the Victorian era. The girl was standing right behind my sister, shoulder to shoulder with her. And I remember distinctly seeing her hair. It was very long, red hair, kind of flowing down her back. And I remember because my sister was so freaked out that she was like, "Oh my God, what do we do?" And I was trying to be the big brother and I was like, don't worry, it's fine." But I was freaked out too. I was like, "What do we do?" So I said, "Let's just leave this room." And we did. We got out of that room and we closed the door and we didn't look back. We didn't even look at each other. We just got out of there as fast as we could. We didn't talk about it for probably a year. We didn't acknowledge that event that happened. My sister and I were in our early 20s at the time. We were pretty skeptical. We didn't really believe in ghosts or anything like that. But we decided that maybe we should go back to that room and check out the mirror. So we went back into the room. The mirror was still there on the back of the door. And we looked in the mirror and there was nothing there. There was not a girl standing behind us. It was just a weird experience. And after that, we removed the mirror from the door. We took it off the door and we put it in the basement. We didn't want that mirror anymore. Many years later, now, my sister and I, we joke about that event. We laugh about it. But at the time, it was a little scary. It was one of those things that you don't really understand. You can't explain it. And it was a very vivid experience. And when you see something like that in a mirror, it's hard to explain. Was it a ghost? Was it a spirit? Who was this girl in the mirror? Why did she appear to us? These are questions that we may never get the answers to, but it was a very interesting experience for both my sister and I. We did not expect that when we went into that room to use the bathroom. It's just one of those things that happened. And sometimes in life, you experience things that you just can't explain. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to hear more of my stories, stay tuned for more content.